guys, it's Staynear25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft adventure. So I think I got my math wrong in the last episode or the episode before that. We actually have 2 more episodes left of mining. This one and then the next one. And then we'll be wrapping up doing the Ender Dragon, Wither Boss, exploring an end city, etc, etc, etc. Well, not really all that many more etceteras, because that's really all there is left to do. But you guys catch my drift. So the series is winding down, as sad as that is, and all that. But something I want to talk to you guys about before we officially get started today. So obviously, again, sorry for the inconsistencies, guys. Depression is real, right? I mean, we're not, let's just be flat out with it. Depression is real. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit hit with that a little bit more because I don't know if what the reason necessarily for it is, but YouTube hit me with YouTube basically demoted me. Not that I was making money or anything anyway, but I lost some of the rights that I originally had. As far as what I can do with my descriptions and whatnot is concerned, which that was kind of demoralizing when I was already feeling demoralized and depressed and way exhausted about life in general and everything, but that just piled on more demoralization to on the YouTube side of things. And I'm still enjoying doing it and making the videos, and chatting with you guys and all that fun stuff, but at the same time, I'm this music is so not helping right now. As much as I love Minecraft music though, but this is so not helping my mood right now, even though it kind of is fitting for the conversation, I guess. But I just don't know if I necessarily want to keep going, because basically, so I got an email saying that I can't post links in my descriptions anymore because of whatever reason. I really don't remember, but it was kind of a crock of shit to me because I'd only not uploaded for a month, because remember, I got sick the week of my birthday, and then depression mode was kind of there for the remaining 2 weeks after that, until I uploaded again last week or whatever it was, the week before. But when I was in school, I didn't upload for 3 months because I was focusing on my classes and stuff. So I just have a hard time understanding how that was fine, but me taking a month off wasn't. And my only guess behind that is the fact that people were watching the videos back then and they're not now. That's the only thing I could logically put together to get that figured out. Which again, this loops me back to the whole feeling demoralized and demotivated and everything thing. Because obviously, I know it's been a lot of inconsistencies on the channel lately, right? I'm not gonna try and deny that or hide it or lie about it or anything. I do know that there has been a lot of inconsistencies with the channel lately, but at the same time, I never really thought of this as more of a hobby anyway, and I never really looked at it as something that I was gonna make money off of. I mean, granted, as awesome as that would be, I kind of I've been watching YouTube long enough. I've kind of been around the scene long enough to know that's only like, so a certain percentage of the people making content on this website and Twitch too, for that matter, are actually like, making money or whatever. And I'm not one of those people. Which is okay, because as I said, I was just doing this as a hobby anyway, because I'd been wanting to do this for like a decade before I started. But nonetheless, it doesn't really change the demoralization thing. But the point of this conversation is, I mentioned it in my Kirby and the Amazing Mirror playthrough earlier, but I'll reiterate it now just because it's sort of brought up. I don't want... Damn it, Skeleton, we're having a conversation here, bro. Read the room, man. Freaking hey, man. I don't want to, just go completely oh, sorry, I guess. I don't want to go, like, completely off the radar or, finish these series before they're done. And I know they're not getting watched anyway, so who really cares? But that's more of a me thing. Like, I don't want to leave something unfinished. And especially, like, with Minecraft in particular, because we are literally in the remaining, or the last 5 episodes of this season. I really don't want it to be, left unfinished. That'll bother my soul. But I also don't want to, say take 6 months off to figure out if I still want to do this or not, or to fix my mental or whatever the case may be, and then come back 6 months later and be like, all right, guys, we're going to finish our second season of Minecraft now. Because even if people are sort of watching, they are not going to give a crap after 6 months. And I definitely understand that because, well, I'm weird, though. I probably would if I was the one doing the watching. But I know not everybody is weird like me, so they probably will not. So, like, I'm definitely... I want to finish these 2 series before I make my decision. And hopefully by the time I get done with these 2 series, I will have made my decision. And hopefully it will be, to continue, because like I said, I do enjoy doing this. It is fun, and I mean, like, I'm playing the games anyway. I might as well, and I like to talk. Granted, well, let's be real. I'm not gonna lie to anybody because I don't have anybody to impress. I do talk to myself all the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That Skeleton's about to interrupt me too now, isn't he? Hopefully he just can't aim or walk. But I don't talk to myself often, I guess. But and I guess I do pretty often when I'm playing games, but it's more so in a fun jesting type of way. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked like crazy here. But I like to talk. I like to play games. So if I'm going to be in my office playing games, obviously I've been doing this for a couple of years, so I have a mic and I have the means to record myself, so I might as well do it, right? But yeah, just but yeah, like I said, just a little bit demoralizing is all where I'm at right now. So I do want to finish this season for sure, and I not just I do, but I am gonna finish this season, and I'm also gonna finish Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. But odds are I won't necessarily come to terms with it by the time I finish this season, since there's only like 5 episodes left. But bruh, read the freaking room, Skeleton! Damn it! God! Is that the same one that was bothering me from over there? Okay, I can come back here now. Bruh, how rude. But yes, so Instead of jumping straight into Minecraft Generations after this season is over, because obviously this season will be done before Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is over, because there's still quite a bit of stuff to do in that game. Like, we're only on episode 8. Episode 8 is going live today, and we just started Area 4, so, and we only got our second mirror piece, so we got a while of trekking and work ahead of us for sure in that game. So this will definitely be done before then. But I don't want to jump straight into Minecraft Generations after this is over, until that game is done, and or until I've made my decision. Because again, I don't want to start Minecraft Generations, decide that maybe I do want to quit, or at least take an extended hiatus. And then, you know, have that series be unfinished. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as YouTube is concerned. For those of you that do follow both my Twitch and my YouTube, there's a chance that I probably would stay a little bit, not that I'm consistent over there either, but if I do decide to take a step away from YouTube, I might still stream occasionally. I'll have to decide on that. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of times where when I don't stream now is kind of because of guilt because of this channel. Because I feel like, I technically did start streaming for, oh my freaking god, bro. I don't have fucking, okay, I'm starting to get actually mad now. I don't fucking have time for this. Trying to have a fucking conversation with my people here. Damn skeletons. I technically started streaming first, but once I started recording on YouTube, like when we started playing the Skywalker Saga and started our first season of Minecraft and everything, I kind of transitioned almost full time over to here, and I kind of stopped streaming entirely, and then I sort of started getting myself back to doing both, but then I kind of got into the funk I'm in now and I started doing neither. But because I kind of put the full focus on doing YouTube, I kind of didn't want to stream on days where I didn't upload, because I didn't want to upset anybody from the YouTube side, like, oh, so you were able to stream today, but you couldn't record and upload a video. And, like, my reasoning for not doing the video, but still being able to stream would make sense. I was, you know, obviously it would be because I was really tired in the morning and during most of the afternoon, but, you know, once it got to late afternoon and evening and after I ate dinner, I kind of perked up a little bit and started feeling okay, so that's why I would have been able to stream, and I'm sure people would understand that, but I just felt weird about that, and I didn't really like that, and I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. But, and then because I also thought about, well, if I'm feeling, like, just because I'm not uploading at 11 or 12 or 1 like I usually do, I think people will be fine with a video going up, period. So, like, why not just record at any point in time in the day? But that just was kind of, I had a problem with that, too. And that's just me being weird. I'm not going to lie. I can't tell you why I had a problem with that. That was just a me thing. Which I probably should just get the hell over. And I will try in my trying to figure my life out to get that past me, too. But that's neither here nor there. But, yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up here because I've been going on for like 15 minutes about this now. So for those of you that have supported me from any point in time, no matter if it was day one, day now, whatever the case may be, I appreciate you guys a lot, and I hope you at least can sort of understand where my mental's at and aren't too upset with me or decide to leave or whatever the case may be if I do end up going dark or whatever the case may be. Granted, I'm not going to be mad if you do, because I understand what's the point of supporting somebody that's not doing anything anymore, or at least, you know, never or very rarely does anything. But regardless, of any of that. I do appreciate you guys a lot because you've obviously made this possible. Like, I don't think I'd still be doing it today if after, like, you know, the first 3, 4, 5 months, I only had, like, 10 subs that were all friends of mine, and I was getting no views, no watch time, no further subscribers than that or anything like that. And I still honestly am flabbergasted. I'm at 450 subscribers. I never thought I'd even get that far, to be completely honest. So you guys are amazing, and I appreciate you guys a lot. And I'm sorry. That's really it. Is I'm sorry that I'm inconsistent and that my content's probably just not the best in general. I am trying my best, if that makes up for anything, but I think that's enough of the downtrodden, sappy, emotional talk. Let's jump into things here. Finally, go kill this fucking skeleton. So like I said, guys, we're gonna be spending the next 2 days, the next 2 episodes mining, before we get ready to wrap the series up and fight the bosses and stuff starting next episode. And we found another mine shaft, which is kind of cool. So I guess we can continue on exploring through it today. Might as well, right? This one looks like a huge one. But I hope everybody has been doing okay, though. And everything's been going well. You've been enjoying your summer vacation if you're in school, or if you're working, just that you're having a good summer and that work is going well. Today's Wednesday, so everybody's having a good week and everything like that. I'm mostly doing all right, I guess. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I know this is just a fact of life, kind of, but, you know, for those of you that have been around for a while, you know that I've been in, like, you know, depression mode for a while, and I've been having a lot of anxiety for a couple different reasons about starting to, like, work again. But through somebody that I bowl with, I did get recommended a job, and I did apply. But today, after today ends, if I don't hear anything, it'll be 2 weeks since I applied, and I haven't heard anything. And so that's kind of, you know, demoralizing and stressful too, because, you know, technically I had a foot in the door, if you will, in some way, shape, or form. Wow, that's a nice band of diamonds we got, huh? How many are we at? 21. Man, if I could have had a fortune pick to go around this cave, I'm pretty sure we'd have like 10 stacks of freaking diamonds by now, I swear to God. We found so many diamonds in this cave, it's unreal. This cave has been so diamond rich for us. Oh my gosh, speaking of, there's more. That's insane, dude. And I know, like, that's just a fact of life, you know, the whole not necessarily hearing back from a job thing, and, like, there's hundreds more out there, so, like, don't let it bother me and just apply for another one. But unfortunately, with how my depression works, and especially where I'm at with it right now, my brain is not wired to process that and think that, which really sucks, because that's usually how I think and feel, is looking at looking at the logical and the bright side of things. That is typically how my brain will work and process, because that's how I've always taught and trained myself to think. I mean, yeah, I've got depression, so sometimes, you know, the negative thoughts are going to take over and win, but at the same time, that's usually, keyword usually, only a small portion of the time. Normally I can, you know, logically pull myself out of it and be like, you know what, everything's going to be okay. You're just in a little bump in the road right now. But, you know, there's a lot more factors now for me to worry about on top of just my anxiety of, you know, a new job and new people and like new systems and all that jazz, and new things to do. Now it's, you know, I've taken 2 years off of working. I have not had a job in 2 years. And that doesn't necessarily look good on me. And I don't think places are as desperate to hire anymore as they were, say, back in 2020, 2021, early on in COVID when people weren't wanting to work. Like, I might have been able to get away with that back then because, oh shit, somebody wants to work, you know, let's hire them because nobody wants to work right now. But now it's like, you know, they can be a little bit more picky. But at the same time, I still don't understand why the job market is how it is right now. Because I also do know that places are still struggling for people to work. So it's like, how can you complain about people to work, but for example, somebody like me that hasn't worked in 2 years, even having a good enough reason as I do, because I have been taking care of my mom, and I didn't really get a lot of time to decompress after my dad passed away. I had made a promise to him that I was going to finish my education and not let it consume me. I just unfortunately let it consume me after I quit. Or, I mean, after I graduated. But again, at the same time, I feel like I should be allowed to do that because I feel like no matter what age you are, it's hard to lose a parent. But at, 25, but I just also know that that's unfortunately just not really the case. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I do hear something from this place and that it works out for me, to at least get something going. And if not, then I hope that it at least, gets a little bit of the stress and anxiety of everything out of my system and lets me apply for other places to try, whichever one comes first. But we'll have to wait and see. I love this song so freaking much. I know I've said this to you guys 100 times. You guys are sick and tired of it, but I'm really glad I'm hearing it right now because it's making me. This has been a depressing episode. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sure nobody's watching it. Like, as soon as I went on my monologue in the beginning, everybody's probably like, okay, this is depression. I'm not dealing with this. And I'm not even upset about that. Oh, I don't have any sticks. Oopsies. That's a little bit of a blunder. I love this song so much, though, guys. Alright, let me get me some wood. And let me get rid of all this junk. Store away the good stuff. Yeah, look at this, guys. This is all raw ores that we found, by the way. And I've made a couple pieces of diamond tool armor and some diamond tools as well. So you can add you might be able to even finish that off for another whole stack as well, which is just freaking insane to me. kind of wish we would have found this place as like our first cave, you know? Like we would have been. I probably actually could have finished the series in like 100 or 150 episodes if we would have found this cave first, for real. If we would have gotten Silk Touch and Fortune at the same time as we did in this, like as we canonically did for this season. But like, my goodness, dude, so many diamonds. Okay, I'm kind of already getting lost in this mine shaft, which is not good. To nobody's surprise, I'm sure. Oh, I thought I plugged this one already. I guess I didn't. All right, let's see. Let's get up here. Now it's plugged. Alright, let's carry on this way. I guess, like, if I do get too freaking far, and I don't know, like, where I'm at or whatever, and let's say, like, I run into a dead end or something, since I actually have that extra waystone, since we explored that water cave, finally, I guess I could just put the share stone down and title it Don't Come Here. Or like dead end or something like that. And then, you know, use it to warp back to base. And then use the share stone at base to go to one of our other cave areas, you know? So like there, I do have that going for me at least. Does that look intriguing enough to go up there? No, it really doesn't. It kind of looks like it'd be a dead end, and then I'd be and that English is so hard. I'd be super mad if I went all the way up there for no reason. Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, we didn't go this way. I was gonna say I think we've explored everything, but nope, not yet. Let's get this water plugged up. Ow. Alright. So, for those of you that are baseball fans, the All-Star game was last night. I unfortunately missed the tail end of it because oh god, I didn't charge my phone good enough before I left for bowling apparently. And so it ended up like dying on me in like the 6th inning, 7th inning, something like that. The NL bullpen though dropped the ball. Oh my god, there's more freaking diamonds. Because they were up like 6-0 at one point in time, and the AL ended up coming back to tie it. But they don't go into extra innings during the All-Star game, so they tied. But apparently the National League still won because they won the tiebreaker. But I don't know what that means. And so I kind of wish that I was able to watch the game so I would have known what that meant. But obviously I'm kind of glad that I was pulling for the National League anyway because, you know, the Dodgers. Although I will say that the Red Sox have been playing, like they ended the second half. They ended the second half because we're so starting the playoffs, Aiden. They ended the first half playing phenomenal baseball. Like they're on a 10-game winning streak right now. I mean, they're up to 3rd place in the division. They're only I think a game or two out of. I think they're either 2 or 3 games out of 1st place, and they're I think 1 game behind the Yankees for 2nd. Which also, if we flip-flop them, can I find my torches? My goodness. If we flip-flop with them, that'll also put us 1st seed in the wild card. We're 2nd seed right now, but if the Yankees are 1st seed, obviously. But so that's really freaking awesome too for us. Wow, this mine shaft is freaking massive. But I'm still seeing a bunch of freaking articles about the freaking trade deadline, and I'm like, dude, like, I don't care. Like, if you like, and Duran's name is like at the center of it. Duran, Rafaela, Abreu. Well, not Rafaela, they extended him, but oh my gosh, but Duran and Abreu, and even Bregman and Chapman, I've seen now. I'm like, dude, like, I'm not gonna lie. When we signed Chap, I was like, dude, like, he's washed up. Like, cool, he can throw 100, big freaking deal. It doesn't matter when he's missing the zone or he's missing his spots and people are fucking cranking at 700 feet. My lord, all these diamonds. But I'm not going to lie to anybody. Chap is the reason we've won a lot of our games that we've won. Whether it's coming out in the 9th of a tied game at home to give us the chance to walk it off, or even away, coming out in the 9th in an away game to give us the chance to... Bruh. This cave is so diamond rich. It is freaking insane, dude. I'm getting so distracted by the diamonds I can't brag about Chap. Whether it's coming out in the 9th of a tie game to give us the chance to win it in extras, or just flat out coming out to save the game, to lock it down. Like, a lot of the games that we've won definitely have been thanks to him. And, like, yeah, our bullpen is pretty solid. Decently solid. Like, okay, for the first time in years. But who are you oh my god. Who are you going to have close games if you get rid of Chap? Like, realistically, who? Weissert or Whitlock? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they can do it. But now you lose our 7th and 8th inning guys. Or at least one of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, is that really worth it? Because, like, what are you going to get for Chap? Like, and, like, not keeping Bregman, like, yeah, sure, like, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I could live with that, right? I mean, we technically lost Devers and all that BS because of him getting signed, and he is phenomenal. Like, he's been a great asset to the team when he has been healthy and everything, and even off the field, he has been also. But, you know, like, it's only his first year with the team, so I could, you know, live with him not coming back or getting traded. But, like, you know, Duran and Abreu, like, why? Like, not counting Whitlock, after getting rid of Devers, Duran is the longest tenured player with the team. And that's not really saying much, because that's only like 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's not great that your longest tenured player has only been with the team for 4 years. You know what I mean? But, and I mean, Duran's the GOAT too. Like, he hustles. He never takes 90 feet for granted. Like, frickin' base hit that makes the right fielder go like 5 steps to his right, and Duran's on second. Like, I mean, yeah, it's also because he's got the speed to do it, but it's like, you know, he's going. Like, he's not like, oh, do I have the speed to get there? He's like, no, I'm making it. I'm doing this, and he does. You know what I mean? Like, it's just incredible. And, like, some of the plays he makes in the outfield because of that range, too, like, it's... And the you know, the speed on the base paths, like, that's... He's stolen home, like, I think 3 times the last 2 years. Like... And, I mean, granted, 2 of those times were part of double steals, but nonetheless, I mean, it doesn't matter how fast of a runner you are if the catcher tries to get the out at second, and the second baseman or the shortstop, whoever's covering second, sees that the runner from third's breaking home, they're not going to wait for the ball to get there to try to tag the guy at second and then try to get the out at home. They're going to say, screw the runner getting to second, I'm going home. And they're going to run to meet the ball and then gun it back home to the catcher. So you need to be like quick to beat those tags out. And even with his speed, he's almost been tagged out both times as far as the double steal is concerned. The one where he stole home, I'm not going to lie, like just outright, I'm not going to lie, he kind of had it stolen. Obviously it was oh my god. Obviously it was a close play, right? Because it's, you know, the pitcher's just throwing home. But it was, you know, he had it, which was just insane to me. And like, you know, in a way, I mean, we don't really have one right now since they traded Devers, but in a way, Duran is kind of the face of the franchise now. And so it's like, are you guys really about to trade away your fourth face of the franchise in a row? First it was Betts, then it was well, they didn't trade Bogarts technically. They let him, oh my god, they let him walk, but you know, same deal. And then, you know, now Devers, and then now you're going to do Duran too. Like, it's, I don't want to support a team that's going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to support a team that just, as soon as like a player gets really good, they're just going to get rid of them to try to keep on rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like, I just personally think that's stupid. And just shouldn't be a thing. But, you know, that is just me personally, of course. But, you know, like, because I already, you know, I swore, because Bogarts is my guy, and even though he's a Padre now, and they're technically the Dodgers' rivals, like, Xander Bogarts is still my guy. And I don't like that everybody's fucking ragging on him so much right now, like, about how he's playing and everything, and then, like, you know, you gotta think, regardless of the fact that San Diego, dog, you cannot make this up with these freaking diamonds. Regardless of the fact that San Diego gave him that huge contract after he left us, like, he is still getting older. Yeah, I mean, maybe they shouldn't have done that big, but he also is worth that money. He's the freaking GOAT. But, like, I still think it's because he didn't really want to leave Boston. He just felt disrespected, and as he should have been, because they really, oh my god, bro, this is nuts with these diamonds we're finding, bro. Why couldn't I have found this cave first? Like, dude. But yeah, the Red Sox really did spit in his face though with the contract that they offered him, so I understand wanting to leave because he felt disrespected, but you know, I still feel like he didn't want to leave either. And that's why he's not really doing so hot in San Diego. And I also just feel like it's not really... Oh my god. I also just feel like it's not the best environment in San Diego. Like, I don't really... And I'm not just saying this because they're the Dodgers, like, you know, the Dodgers rivals or anything like that. It's like, anytime I see them playing, it's like they don't really seem like there's much camaraderie between them, you know, and Bogarts don't really play with that, like, you know, Bogarts is a team guy, you know what I mean, like, but I don't know. I still love the guy though. That's my GOAT, and I want good things for him, just not his team, because they're the Dodgers rivals. But like, after they were dicking him around every which way to Sunday, I said that, you know, if you guys do the same thing to Devers, I'll be completely done, because you traded Mookie Betts after, not only just Mookie Betts, but we win a World Series, and then you start trading everybody, and then, you know, the pointy end of that was Mookie Betts and David Price, and then you let Bogarts walk, what, like 2-3 years after that, So I was like, you know, if y'all do some BS like that with Devers, because they were not wanting to give him his money either. And I'm like, bro, like, give the kid his fucking money. Like, he deserves it. Like, give him his freaking money, dude. Like, you know. And they just weren't for a while, but then they finally did, and I'm like, okay, we're good, we're chill. It looks like you guys are finally starting to figure your lives out. And you know, and they were sort of keeping the squad a little bit together too. You know, they weren't just getting rid of people right, left, and center. I think I'm lost. But you know, now that Devers is gone, and like, I mean, yeah, they're playing good, so it's not like they, you know, they traded him and they started sucking ass or whatever. But like, and yeah, I do know most of these players now and everything, so you can argue my usual point on like why I stopped following Detroit, for example. You traded all of the players that I liked away and sucked. So like, you know, I guess I can't pull that card technically. But oh yeah, I'm definitely lost. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's just have to wait and see. But I do think though it is a good place to wrap this part up because I am lost. So and that I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna title it Dead End. And then we're gonna go home. And why did I keep the water cave one there? Well, whatever. We're gonna go back home, and in the next episode we will have our last mining episode of this season, and we will be starting from here. So I'll have my inventory all squared away and ready to go, and meet you guys back here. Well, obviously, I'll meet you guys back here, but I'll have my inventory all squared away and everything so that we'll be ready to just jump right into that cave area in the next episode. So, with that being said, again, sorry for the 15-minute long monologue and everything and all the woe is me stuff in the beginning, guys, but it had to be said, and I wanted you guys to get updated with where I'm at and how I'm feeling and everything. So, yeah, so, and once again, like I said, I appreciate you guys a lot, and just have to play it by ear and see how everything goes from this point on. But nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that, and click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified next time videos do go live on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.